Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Okay, today, Brad, we're going to talk about what actually happened to my body after using a standing desk every day for 6 months.
That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk to your wife about it.
Well, what happened to my face? That's what everyone's wondering. But before we do that, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, if you get a chance, please go over to Facebook and like us, because Brad and I, as children, were not liked, and we're trying to turn things around. Bob and Brad.
On the Facebook.
On the Facebook. All right, so we have these are desk converters.
Okay.
So they help turn a regular desk into one that you can sit and stand. These are by FlexiSpot. They're great. They're great, I think, great bargains. They're really well made.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about, the first thing, where this all started, Brad, was on the work of James Levine. He's a
doctor, right?
He's a doctor at the Mayo Clinic, and he started studying the effects of prolonged sitting. And it was pretty amazing. He's the one that coined the phrase, sitting is the new smoking.
Right. And it's been around for what, 5-10 years now? Where it's
I'm not sure if it's been around that long, but
5 years for sure.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. He also said the chair is out to kill us.
Yeah.
So he found out, just to give you an example of some of the things that cause increased incidence of cancers: increased breast cancer, increased incidence of colon cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, endometrial cancer, and ovarian cancer. All were tied to excessive sitting.
Right. It doesn't mean sitting caused it, but it helps
Contribute to it. Right.
Yeah.
Did I say cause?
No, I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure we were good.
All right. So, it's funny, we got this, we got one of these desks probably, almost a year and a half ago, or
Yeah,
maybe
I would
quite a
say
long
so.
time. And the first time I got the desk, and I didn't use it. I was like, it was too much work for me to convert everything around.
Sure.
We did another video on it, and I'm like, God, I got to listen to ourselves, what I'm saying here. This, this really is not good for you, because there's going to be some more reasons I'm going to give you a little bit later on.
Sure.
Of why you want to stand up. So I went ahead and made the change, and I really liked it. I actually, what I did is I had my computer, I got two computer screens.
Sure.
I have one that I keep kind of in the raised up position. And
Boy, that goes up nice.
Yeah,
Bob.
it goes up nice, and one hand. And I have one in the lower position for the seated one.
Sure.
And I found out that I hardly ever even use the seated one now. I stay standing most of the time.
You feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable.
Standing, yep.
So these are the changes that I noticed that happened to me. The number one change that happened to me is I used to get pain. Right, show me. Yeah, you got a
Where is my stick, Bob?
yeah, there you go.
Here. He had pain, right? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Right in that area
yeah.
here, right between the shoulder blades.
Very common. It's typically from poor posture that you're not aware of because you're working on the computer.
I'm on the computer. I'm as aware of posture as anybody, and I do posture exercises every day.
Yep.
And my wife would walk by and go, "You got bad posture. You got bad posture." So as she likes to do. I love you, honey.
Yeah, I hope she
love
doesn't
you.
watch this video.
But it just seems like no matter what, gravity wins out on these things, doesn't it, Brad?
Well,
It seems-
especially when you're focused on something
yeah,
else.
you get focused on a task. So I started doing this, and I started bringing this up, and I'm 6'6", by the way, and this
Sure.
thing fits me really nice, actually. Look at that. This hits me right perfect. Do you see this, Brad?
Yeah, if we're looking at the angle of his elbow.
Yeah, you want this vertical, and you want this horizontal, or a little
Right.
bit less than horizontal.
So it's got the lower key tray. If the key tray was up here, that would be too high.
I had to raise up the screen, though. I had to put some books underneath it to raise up my screen.
Right.
But I lit there like this, and I'm like this, and I look over. I actually can see a mirror in my room, so I can look at me.
Do you comb your hair then?
Yeah, I comb my hair, and I look, and I got really good posture, and I
Sure.
stay in good posture.
Right,
So
right.
it's going to help your posture. I just had a patient, Brad, that he was having back and neck pain, and he could get a stand-up desk for free from his work.
From work, yeah.
Yeah, and he was reluctant to do so. I go, no, and I convinced him to do so.
Sure.
So he's going to make the change and
Now,
see how it works out.
one point I do want to make is if you're wondering, it's like, I'm not going to stand all day at work. Well, you don't need to, and that's the idea of the variability.
Right.
You can stand for 20 minutes, sit for 5 minutes. There's a ratio that they recommend, actually, but
It's actually 20 minutes standing, 8 minutes sitting, and then 2 minutes moving.
Moving.
So they're recommending some exercise. We'll show a couple you can do,
Sure.
or go walking.
Right.
I mean, so
go to the filing cabinet, go down the hallway, whatever.
Now, if you're going to get one of these, make sure you hit the link below. You're going to at least get you 5% off.
Sure.
And yeah, we get a small fee from this too, which I'm going to be upfront about it. But we use it to help offset the costs of making these videos, which I'm sure you can see are very high production.
Well, yeah, we've got to get some money to correct the crooked
Yeah, I know,
cabinet
everybody's
drawer.
complaining about it. But these are really fine desks. The thing is, these have been tested 6,000 times, Brad. They took it up and down. Yep.
6,000 times.
Yep. And it's 35 inches, good size screen. It's heavy duty, it holds
Yeah.
a fair amount.
It's a commercial grade desk.
And it's a one-handed thing here. You can just do it with one hand. I mean, you got to push with both, but I mean,
Right.
it's one hand that brings
Yeah,
it up
there's
and down.
just one lock on it.
And this tray does remove, really quite easy.
Very nice.
So again, hit the link below. The other thing I want to mention, there was some additional benefits, Brad, I was going to mention that you can get from this. There's a decreased incidence of heart disease with people who stand more. People who sit more get increased heart disease.
We know.
Decreased type 2 diabetes. Decreased lifespan. You don't live as long when you sit all the time.
Sure.
And just to show you that you're in good company, I picked out some names: Thomas Jefferson, Ernest Hemingway, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Leonardo da Vinci.
Bob, your age is showing.
I know. And
Why?
Winston Churchill, all did stand-up desks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's back in the day.
Yeah, that's back in the day. So, all right. So a couple of movements that you can do, by the way, Brad, that I like to do. And I just sometimes will do marching in place like this.
Sure.
Do raises on the heels and
I
on
like
the
that
toes.
one. Yep.
Just keeps the blood flowing in the legs. And then just some hip abduction
Sure.
too. Just going off to the side like this.
Yeah, watch your company around you.
Yeah,
don't kick anybody.
Yeah, that's right. So
But, we didn't mention low back pain, did we?
no.
Because as therapists, we know how serious low back pain can be affected by sitting prolonged with poor posture.
Low back pain is often a sitting issue rather than a lifting issue.
Right.
So,
Wow, Bob, this
All
is
right.
very comprehensive.
all right. Thanks everybody for watching, and make sure again, if you haven't subscribed, take that minute.